My name is Pradeep Kandimala, founder and CEO of SAHAVE. I am privileged, I'm honored to be among all these NGOs who are serving communities across the world. Namaste for you all. Thank you. Keep continuing doing your service for the community. And for the service, we need partners, and we have CSR partners who are helping us in achieving our missions. Thank you very much. Keep doing that for the humanity. And we have 17 goals to achieve by 2030 together around the world, right? So, I'm here to talk about why on-demand blood donation is important. As I don't know how many of you know are aware of, in US, 40 to 60% of current blood donor base is going to retire very soon. And as of just June 2017, we have seen shortages in LA. Scheduled surgeries have been cancelled, lack of blood supply. And about 4.6 million face death in USA. So this is the beginning of SAHAVE problem that I looked into, sperma predictive analysis. Nobody was looking at that. So I started looking into what else is happening across the world, because SDGs is for the whole world. So my next look was at India, and 12,000 die a day due to lack of shortages. This is official number, research by Harvard School students. And we are shortage of 3 million units per annum in India, even though we should have been surplus because we have 512 million youths. Not happening. Why? And there's a big issue, Venkat. You said, is there value for the life? Yes. There's a community around us, in between us, a mafia in India has set a life value for the blood-sucking farms around urban areas, and their cost is, I'm fighting against this biggest problem, $45 million per annum. This is a big issue, whereas we see the community where we are short of blood versus surplus blood is going in blood mafia, blood farm. These are the challenges that, as an IT person for the last 20 years, I started looking into how big is this problem across the world, and it's epidemic across, looking into Africa, all across Europe too, because we all, in developed countries, we are under assumption we are good because we are getting blood supplied through hospitals and blood centers, but our millennials, our next generation is not connected with us. That's a big problem to solve, to keep this problem solved for the future. And whereas underdeveloped countries have been predominantly occupied by blood farms, mafias. So it made me to think, I don't want to start a non-profit organization. SAHAVE is not a non-profit organization. The reason is my past 20 years of experience in private, public, and non-profit sector as IT implementation. I've seen they're not future focused in non-profits when it comes to provide solutions. So I want to be somewhere in between to build this bridge between these two. So I started a benefit corporation. SAHAVE is a benefit corporation focusing on social impacts, bridging between NGOs, non-profits, and businesses. We have launched in 2018, June 2018, and as you can see, we are working with Indian Red Cross in 2 states. and Apollo hospitals, big corporate hospital in India, for the blood drives and all that. And we're also working with some of the Jain educational institutions, prestigious university, JNTU, for ethics skills, ethics development in students and skill development in students. So we are connecting back them to the community so that they can be socially aware of what is happening in communities. This is very important for millennials to be connected back to our service-oriented community to be built. So we are connected with a lot of organizations here, as you can see. Our approach is, as you can see, it's mobile-based application that we are trying to connect non-profit organizations with students, millennial base primarily, that is our focus, Gen Zs, with blood centers along with businesses around our communities within a local community. So this is, I don't want to read all those things, I mean, a lot of you already know, but the problem with volunteering opportunities, what is that students are not gaining? What is that every volunteer who's come for volunteering for NGOs is they don't see what they are gaining. And that is what we are giving back to them, showing to them like, okay, these are the skills that you are gaining when you do volunteering, which is very important for your life. Your mindset will change. It's like yoga, doing yoga as meditation, which builds your skills and connects back to the community around you. And that is what we are showing in our application. Yesterday, David talked about it. So I'll just jump into blood. So this is a very complex system that we are developing here. What we have released is not addressing this yet. Technically, if I talk about this, SAHAVE is very simple to use, mobile-based SaaS application, cloud-based mobile and web agent applications for an e-commerce marketplace that comprises an integrated information administration and dissemination hub for entire blood supply value chain and rapidly integrates into innovative predictive analysis using artificial intelligence and Internet of Things applications. I don't know how many of you got that. Yeah, I'll simplify that. So, over here, key thing is when blood is required, it's an incident that occurs. This is an event that occurs in hospitals. America has different way of getting blood. Hospitals are blood banks pre-sold to hospitals, they maintain inventories, and so we are not aware of it. But if you are an Indian or an African, you know better. Hospitals are not maintaining blood supply. I have to go out and get this blood on your own, and that's the problem. So, but it's a similar problem we are facing, millennials not coming and joining us to donate problem across America and India. It's the same thing. So hospitals initiate blood requirement in step 1, and then patient can order that blood. Sitting in the bedside of that patient, father can order. I've seen this, my friend and myself, we went out to get the blood for his daughter. So how painful it is, I know. So we need something that allows patients to order blood just sitting on their bed, just like medicine is ordered when a nurse comes into our hospital, nursing room, right? So that will be ordered. That is the step 2. And then step 3, blood center. We can Uber Eats there. That Uber Eats is supplying food. Why can't we get blood supplied to us from blood centers nearby location? Yes, it's possible. So step 3 is blood banks are supplying to hospitals, fulfilling that requisition raised for that event, which is very key to stop blood mafia. And then step 4 is we are sending out a request to the nearby donor who can fulfill the request that has been supplied blood from the inventory of blood centers. These are the very simple 4 steps, what you have seen in the complex technology behind before. So, hope you got why is it important for millennials and Gen Zs to be connected to the community here. So, you can ask me questions later. So, that's a very key question here we have to ask is how do we engage our millennials and Gen Zs with community service? And that's where we have our blood donor management system integrated with volunteer management system so that they are not once you donate a blood, you don't need to donate blood for 3 months, so you need to still keep them engaged. So we integrate that with volunteering so they can continue to do the volunteering and keep that mindset, oh, we need to do the service. And when it comes for them to donate blood again, they can come back. So that is what SAHAVE is fulfilling. Thank you very much.